All right, thank you so much for staying with us here on Morning Live. Now, we do know that in South Africa, thousands of young ladies miss up to a week. They actually miss up to a week of school every month when they menstruate. This certainly hinders their education and sets them back, putting them at a clear disadvantage against their male counterparts. The Speaker of the Free State Legislature is lending a helping hand by embarking on a sanitary towel and menstrual hygiene program for the underprivileged girls, mainly in the rural communities. The main objective of the program is to provide puberty and menstrual hygiene training to these girls, of course, and also to support them with sanitary towels. To talk to us about this initiative, I am joined in our studios in Johannesburg by the Free State Provincial Legislature Speaker Memamiki Kabati. Speaker, good morning to you, and thank you so much for visiting us this morning.
No, thank you, Palisa, and thank you for hosting me today.
Now, we know that the Free State Province is mainly rural. And I would want to imagine that the problem of young girls in need of sanitary towels is quite a huge one.
It's quite a huge one. We have picked up that one when, as the legislature, we were going around doing our own oversight. We realized that there is a huge challenge.
So how is this program responding to the challenge?
Well, I would say that it is responding very well. Okay. And we are being assisted by the Department of Education and the Department of Health. At the moment, we have budgeted for about 4,500 girls that are coming from farming communities and rural areas that are in dire need of these sanitary pads.
All right, so there are about 5 districts in the Free State
We
province.
have 5 districts in the Free State. Yeah. We have up to this end visited 2 of them.
All right, so
we are still going to
3 more to go.
3 more to go.
Yeah, but periods, Speaker, you would agree with me, it is a monthly business. The program, is it going to be sustainable throughout, or is it just a once-off initiative?
What we do when we go to these schools, we leave units that are equivalent to a whole year, so that they be sustainable for a year. Hoping that we will be able to encourage others to help us in terms of contributing to this program, so that it be, sustainable forever.
Is it done from the coffers of the provincial government, or do you also go around trying to lure people to lend a helping hand in this initiative?
We are being assisted by good Samaritans.
All right.
The donors, we've gone around and requested them. I know that it's not allowed to talk about them, but we do have people who are assisting us. Yeah.
But if you look in the KwaZulu-Natal province, they have this initiative, of course, of providing free sanitary pads. Are you also, as the Free State province, maybe looking into making this a permanent initiative funded by the provincial government?
The Department of Education, together with the Department of Health, are also having programs dealing with this challenge. But what we realize is that at times we do not reach out to rural communities and farming communities. And that's where, as the legislature, we saw the niche and said, let's go to these areas where we sometimes are not able to reach to.
But it's not just about the provision of the sanitary towels, it's also about the educational part of it, that you educating them about hygiene. How important is that as well?
Exactly, that's what we are doing. But over and above teaching them about the menstrual hygiene or feminine hygiene, we are also trying to destigmatize this whole thing of when a girl is menstruating. That you find that it's as if it's a taboo.
Yes.
That boys should also acknowledge that this is a natural process that girls should not be ashamed about.
That's as far as it goes.
Yeah, but with farming communities, there are more greater challenges.
Yeah.
Palisa, you would know that when we grew up, we didn't have the sanitary pads. You had to use a toilet paper. You had to use dikatana. You had to use newspapers and all those things. And we have gone through several embarrassments. That when this newspaper falls, you know,
It's a disgrace.
in front of others is a disgrace. And we have had other children leaving school because of embarrassment. And we are saying, not in our time that should young girls now experience the things that we experienced in the past.
Yeah. All right. But for the good Samaritarians who are watching this program and would want to become part of it, how do they go about doing that?
We request them to link up with the legislature. My email address is kabate.mm@gmail.com. And of course, we are making that plea that any good Samaritan who is hearing us today, we are crying out loud to say, help us to reach out to farming communities, to help them with feminine hygiene. But also, Palsa, what we are doing, we're also dealing with the oral hygiene when we go to those farming communities.
All right. You know, it is a beautiful initiative, Kabate, but thank you so much for talking to us and all the best going forward.
Thank you very much, and thank you for hosting us and taking out this message to all the South Africans. Thank you very much.
It's always good to see Batubahai. Thank you so much for coming through.